Okay guys, now I'm ready to make my cookies, my nut butter chocolate chip cookies. That is why I made this almond butter today. Now, you can make other butters. I also like to make walnut butter. It's the same process with just using raw unsalted walnuts, but I wanted the almond butter specifically for my nut butter chocolate chip cookies. So the first step is to go ahead and take your almond butter, add your melted coconut oil, and add your sugar. This is actually coconut sugar, and we're going to blend that together, and then it's going to be on and cracking. Oops, it might help if I plug it in. Must plug it in, guys. Plug it in, and it's going to be on and cracking. Okay, now I'm ready to add the eggs and the vanilla. I already mixed those together, blended those up already together, the eggs and the vanilla. I'm going to pour that in there. And then once again, we're going to blend that. Yummy, yummy for our tummy. And nutritious. Okay, that's blended up pretty well. You saw me leave because I'm cleaning up as I go. So I take my empty bowls and put them in my soapy water so I have less cleanup. Okay, so we have that blended well. Now I'm going to take it. I've already put together my coconut flour, my soda, my salt, my cinnamon. That's all mixed together here. It makes it easier for me just to pour that in there. All right. And you know what to do. And I'm just going to stop it for a minute to see, because we want it to be like a dough. And yes, as you can see, it is a doughy type of batter. Now we're going to be ready to put in our cacao nibs or dark chocolate chips, whatever you want. This time I think actually I have dark chocolate chips because I had cacao powder, but I didn't have like the little chip things, and so I crushed up some of Oliver's dark chocolate that he likes to get, those little squares that he likes to get. So I'm going to pour that in there. And then it just says a folded in, so I'm going to put that in there. And then we're going to be ready to put it on the tray. So all this goes in here. Fold that in. And then we're going to be putting it on the tray to make the little cookies. Okay, so now I have my nibs folded in here. I still have this in the food processor. I just took out the blade. Please take out the blade. But anyway, and I have my parchment paper here. I'm setting it on my tray here. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be spooning some and laying it on the tray. Now, I must admit, tell the truth and shame the devil. Last time I put entirely too much to each cookie, and they came out kind of big. Okay, you don't want to do that. They said about a tablespoon. So this time I'm going to stick with the program. They also said to flatten it with a fork. I don't know how that's working. But anyway, you can see how I am using my fingers today, but maybe I shouldn't be because this stuff is kind of sticky, y'all. But it tastes good. See what I'm doing? Let's see if you can see. I'm putting little, where's it at? Okay, I'm putting little spoonfuls on the tray. So once I get that on the tray, we're good. Now, I don't know how flat I'm going to be able to get it because these are a little sticky if you ask me. But we'll see what we're going to do. Might not be actually flat. But you know what? They said to get, I might try that too. To put it in, dip it in oil so it won't stick. So you see how that's coming like that? Okay guys, so I'm finishing up. I ended up using a spoon and a fork. I'm putting this to the side here. I'm trying to get one more row in here because I'm almost through with the batter. And so it is sticky, so I'm maneuvering it around to make enough space. And then I'm going to take my knife that is coated in oil and go ahead and press it down flat like they suggested that we press it down with a fork. But my fork I use here, and it's all sticky, so I'm going to use my knife that I started with. Let me see if I can find a few more spaces. I almost got all of the batter used up, and I'm lazy, so I don't want to have to make two bacon rounds. So I'm trying to get it all in one, which I think I'm going to do. think I can find a spot right here. Yes. And amen. Woo. I can get more of this off. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to press it down. Let me see if I can find one more spot. You know how we are. We want to use up every last drop. So that's what I'm trying to do. And it's working for me. See if I can find a spot right here. You guys can't see this, so let me move it down so you can see. Okay, so this is what I have. I have all this in the tray, and then I'm gonna take, like I said, I'm gonna take my knife. I have here my leftover coconut oil from where I heated up I've actually put 2 tablespoons of the solid when I heated it, and of course it melts to more than that. But this, I don't have to dip it in every time. I'm finding out, because you know, there's more oil stays on this. I just dip it as needed and making it flat at the top like they suggested. And I'm putting it in the oil so that the stickiness doesn't stick out to my knife and I can flatten it every time. Good thinking, huh? I read about that somewhere when they was talking about something else, and it said dip it in the, I don't know if it was talking about date paste or whatever, but it said dip it in some oil, and then it won't stick to the utensil that you're using. And it works! So you see I'm flattening this out. I don't know if this is going to be professional looking cookies, but guess what? It's going to taste good, isn't it? It is going to taste good, and that's what we're interested in, okay? How it tastes. Okay, so there you have the tray. It's going to go into the oven, and it's going to cook. Whoops, I think I missed one. Just that little platter. It's going to look, and I'll show you what the end's going to be. Okay, guys, here's the finished product, minus about 6 or 7 cookies that my family has already eaten, but they're cooling on this tray, and they taste pretty good. Now, these are a little darker than the first ones that I made because I used coconut sugar this time, and I think last time I didn't have the coconut sugar, so I used a different sugar. I think I used light brown sugar or whatever. The coconut sugar, I think it's a little more nutritious, and I had some this time, so I used that, which made these come out a little darker. You see they are a little flatter. They're flat, even though I did that with the knife, and you can see they have the chocolate chips. So it's a winner, guys. Give it a try.